my name is Gina. In this video, I am sketching some sea creatures. I'm currently starting to sketch out a whale. I found a reference photo that I was somewhat satisfied with, so I went based off of that since I wanted to draw a whale that was a little more realistic instead of in an illustrative style. And well, the original idea that I had was to draw the whale going across a spread in my sketchbook and not just on the page, but I couldn't find the perfect reference photo that I wanted to use that would match the image in my head, and I didn't want to just draw it from my head today, so I scratched that plan. Sometimes that happens as an artist. You start out with an idea and then you end up not doing it, or you have to change plans on how you're going to do it. So I changed plans and it ended up being a good idea. I was warming up my wrist and my hands to draw a more an illustration that I wanted to do, a better illustration. Not a better illustration, just an illustration in general that I had in mind that I wanted to do also. So it was pretty good. I think it turned out okay. And then I decided to sketch out a killer whale, and well, this one did not turn out as great, but it was a sketch. And it was also, in a way, I was still moving my wrist, getting them warmed up so I could draw a little more, but it's okay. It went with the sea creature theme that I was doing, and I was satisfied with the reference photo that I chose, but I was not satisfied in the end with the work that I've done. And that's okay. That's okay. I'm looking at it now. And it's not that it was turning out bad, the proportions were a little off. And I'm sketching in pen, so I can't go back and just erase it and fix the proportions. So I kind of went with it. I tried to adjust it a little bit, the best that I could, but it wasn't enough to make it like the image, which is fine. It didn't have to be the exact match of the image, but since I was using it as a reference, it would have been preferred. And now I'm getting to what I also really wanted to sketch, which were mer people. And this sketch here, I did not like it. I tried to just stay committed to it and to sketch it out more, but I did not like it. So but that's it happens. I wanted to count it also as a warm-up sketch, but it wasn't supposed to be a warm-up sketch. This was supposed to be the sketch that I wanted to flesh out a little more. Even though I am using it in my sketchbook, I wanted to do just a little more details with it than I was doing with the whales and the killer whale. But as you will see, I give up on that. And that's okay. That's okay. I feel like I'm saying that's okay a lot in this video, but it's what I had to keep telling myself while I was sketching it out. Like, you know what? It's okay. Not every sketch in your sketchbook is going to be beautiful and perfect. Like, that's not the most realistic that sketchbooks will show. I know there's plenty of artists that do have these beautiful sketchbooks where it's just illustrations are gorgeous on basically every page, but that is not my sketchbook. My sketchbook has a lot of illustrations that, okay, they're cute, and then there are ones like this where could be better, could be a lot better, but that's the point of a sketchbook, is for you to sketch things out, to get ideas, and to practice. So I'm satisfied with that. And then I decided to take a break. After being unsatisfied with that sketch, I just like, nope, time to take a break. We're going to do some reading, and that's what we're going to do. Day 2, I stopped working in my sketchbook yesterday. I just couldn't bring myself back to working in it. But we're going to start again today. Let me clean up my desk. Well, I started cleaning up some of it, but let's see. You see, I started cleaning it, and there's a spot for my sketchbook, but there's not a spot for me to put my camera. So I have to clean up a little bit. I need to throw out my headphones because, as you see, they snapped on the side. It was a devastating day when that happened. Is this the right side? Yeah, this is the right side. Okay. Pins. Seems good enough for me. So, let me set you up somewhere. Okay. This is the normal setup that you have seen in the past couple of episodes. Not episodes. Oh my gosh. Videos. I'm working with a small space, so we have to do what we do. This is what I did last time. Just when I was drawing this is when I decided I needed a break, as you saw, but we'll see what I do today. I want to add a little more here. Maybe I'll draw some more mammals. I don't know. We'll see. This is the pose I was getting close to doing here. And then I gave up because I was doing it from my head and I messed up the anatomy a little bit. It's pretty close, but you see here, instead of curving in, I curved out. So I'm going to use this as a reference photo. It's from Pexels. You can look it up. But first I'm going to do some more loose sketches to warm up my wrist a little bit. Here and here, and then I'll try to do the pose. The pose. Okay, so we're back to sketching again, and voiceover Gina is also back. I won't yap as much in this half, so we can listen to more of the beautiful music that will be going on in the background. But as I was saying, I'm also doing another warm-up sketch because it's the next day. This warm-up turned out a lot better than expected. I thought it would be really cute. It turned out way better than the last sketch I was doing. My warm-up is also going to be a mer creature. I guess I could say mermaid because this is a female mer creature, but mer creature will be what I'll keep addressing them as. And yeah, it was chill. This was a better sketching day for me, and I want to kind of talk about that a little bit. There are some sketching days that are wonderful, and that's usually when my sketchbook looks beautiful. Like I'll have a really nice looking page or a spread in my sketchbook is when it's a good sketching day. But then there are days where they're not so great, and I'll end up with, I shouldn't say bad sketches, but bad sketches as in they're not as polished, they're not as clean looking, they're not as aesthetically pleasing to the eye. If I'm drawing like a person, the anatomy may be off, or it could be really exaggerated to the point where it's not good looking, because you can exaggerate some parts of anatomy and it'll still look okay. That's why cartoons their anatomy can be a little off, but it'll be okay. And so you see, it's like day and night in this case. The day before, the sketches were okay, but today's sketch, the second day, the sketches are a lot better. They're more refined. It's almost as if the bad day of sketching warmed up for a better day. It's not how that actually works, but that's what it felt like for this situation, for this case. Well, I thought it was chill. I thought that would be great if that's how it would work all the time. It's like, oh, I had a bad sketching day, because then you can just sketch on like notebook paper or something, and then the next day you go in and you're like, all right, now I can make my sketchbook look amazing because I had a bad sketch day, so now I can have a good one. But I'll never know when I have a bad sketch day. I'm also using, unrelated, I'm using different pens this time. For a while I was just using one pen, so you could get dimension with different types of pens, so it's not different types, well yeah, with different types of pens, but you can get dimension with just one pen as well and get different values out of it. But I want there to be more than just one color and then the values going up and down from that specific one. I wanted there to be a little more variety in this warm-up, so that's why you'll see me go in with like a darker blue pen and a lighter blue pen. Fun stuff. And now the main event. So I'm using the reference photo, but I'm basically doing what I wanted to do yesterday. It's the image that matches the one in my head. And this is why sometimes reference photos are really useful, because they can kind of bring forward, bring out, bring forth from your mind what you are trying to actually do, and you can visualize it because now it's there in front of your face. I was using it for anatomy purposes. It's funny that it matches in my head, but I couldn't draw it the day before from my own mind. So that's why I needed a reference photo, and I'm glad I found one. I still tweaked it a little bit, so it wasn't like perfectly used, because I wanted to use a different body type for it. So I still had to adjust it based off of anatomy in general. I didn't do exact copy from that, but I did use a reference photo, which I showed you. It's like, I'm using this reference photo. And here is the final completed page from where I started the sketch to the final one. What do you think?